Hey everyone, Jeff here at stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Hey, I was just going through some of the comments, and I will leave the comments on, I guess, from now on. I just, I feel bad because I don't have time to read them all. But people are really having a lot of success out there. Here's one. Thanks so much for your hard work. I purchased your package last year and stopped a lot of pirate actions and also got my state citizenship. I also use quantum parse syntax to trip up documentation as we speak and write gibberish. That's true. When we are all passed, your words and acts will be entered into the book of truth. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, that's very nice. Just wanted to give you a huge thumbs up and thank you. I purchased the information packet from you 5 years ago and it changed my mind and my life and opened my eyes and it started me on the lawful path. Now I am a lawful ninja, truly destroying the pirates. Thank you. Let's see, give me a couple more here. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. A wealth of information and knowledge I've learned. Jeff, one of the most informative guys in America, and his informative information sure did a hell of a lot to wake me up. Good job, buddy. Keep leaving the comment section open. Buddy, upstate South Carolina is here with you. Thanks. Jeff, great job working with women being threatened with a sheriff's sale in Lawrenceville, Georgia. We noticed the foreclosure attorney and local newspaper with non-negotiable copyright agreement, security agreement on newspaper CEO. Fee schedule, $1 million invoice, UCC1 financing statement. The newspaper pulled the remaining 3 weeks required ad. The lawyer canceled the scheduled June 2nd, 2020 sheriff's sale of the house. Boom, this shit works. Thank you. Yeah, the rent moratorium or whatever, the mortgage foreclosure, that's going to come to an end, eventually. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to need some remedies, and believe me, I have them. It's called administrative process. Numerous administrative processes. Let's call one here. It's called a constructive notice of conditional acceptance. If you're getting foreclosed on, you're going to get a certified letter in the mail from whoever, the ABC Corporation or the lawyer. And you write in the subject line, your letter dated April 29, 2009 with a copy of notice of default and election to sell, trustee sale number, blah, 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 sent by a U.S. Postal Service certified mail and received on May 4th, blah, 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 blah. Dear Mr. Brown, I am in receipt of your letter dated April 29th with copy of notice of default and election to sell under deed of trust, trustee sale, and copy of which is enclosed. I am conditionally accepting your contract in that letter upon proof of claim that, 1, there is no RESPA violations contained within the loan documents and of and relating to the deed of trust, instrument number 111111, recorded on or about March 3rd, 2000, in the official records in the Office of County Recorder of Los Angeles County, California, hereinafter deed of trust. And number 2, there are no TILA, truth in lending, violations contained within the loan documents and relating to the deed of trust. And 3, the original trustor, John Henry Doe, on the deed of trust was not the source of the funds used to purchase the property secured by the deed of trust. And 4, the original lender, XYZ Bank, FSB, or its successor, Aurora Loan Services, Inc., loaned the original trustor funds from the deposits to purchase the property secured by the deed of trust. And number 5, the original lender did not commit fraud by alleging to be the source of funding for the purchase of the property secured by the deed of trust, and hereby the terms of said deed of trust, including but not limited to the power and sale contained therein, is null and void. There's simple things you can do to just trip them up. Produce a note's a big one. It's just a huge remedy. Anyway, Ms. Montoya, you have 30 days from the receipt of this conditional acceptance to respond on point-by-point basis via sworn affidavit under your full commercial liability, signing under penalty of perjury that the facts contained therein are true, correct, complete, and not misleading. Mere declarations are an insufficient response in an extension of time. If an extension of time is needed to properly answer, please request in writing indicating that the original lender, successor lender, original beneficiary, original trustee, and successor trustee have no security interest in or rights to possession of or sale of the property secured by a deed of trust. This letter constitutes constructive notice to the recipient. Sincerely, John Henry Doe. And then you would include a commercial affidavit, which I have here all written out. I'll just give you a brief synopsis of that. Commercial affidavit, the undersigned affiant, John Henry Doe, hereinafter affiant, does solemnly swear, declare, and state as follows: affiant and is competent to state the matter as set forth herein. Affiant has knowledge of the facts stated herein. Number 3, all of the facts herein are true, correct, and complete, admissible as evidence, and if called upon as a witness, affiant will testify to their veracity. Plain statements of facts. There is no evidence that there are not RESPA violations contained within the loan documents of and relating to the deed of trust, instrument number recorded on in the official records in the Office of County Recorder, Los Angeles, California, hereinafter deed of trust. The affiant believes that no such evidence exists. There is no evidence that there are not TILA violations contained within the loan documents of, and they all have violations in them. You can pick them apart. It's really easy. The loan documents and relating to the deed of trust, and affiant believes that no such evidence exists. Number 6, there is no evidence that the original trustor, John Henry Doe, on the deed of trust was not the source of the funds used to purchase the property secured by a deed of trust, and affiant believes that no such evidence exists. There is no evidence that the original lender, XYZ Bank, or its successor, or Royal Loan Services, Inc., loaned the original trustor funds from their deposits and purchased the property secured by the deed of trust, and the affiant believes that no one doesn't exist, because it doesn't. These are one-sided contracts. When you go to a bank and try and take out a loan for a mortgage, while you signing the note, and that actually pays for the property. Now, years ago, you used to be able to, if you got the mortgage, what you would do is not make one payment, and then you could take your note back and you would own the property, because they just take your application, I think it's called a 1003 application, to a Federal Reserve Bank, and they, because you have an unlimited amount of credit at your exemption account at one of the 12 Federal Reserve banks, and they just issue credit to the bank for that. And then they reimburse the bank, but the bank just deposits the note into an account, and then they write you a check. So it's just, they don't lend you money. It's your money, it's your credit. And there is no money anyway. Anyway, you take this, get it notarized, jurat, notary certificate of service. Yeah, that's just one label. I've got tons of them in my secure party creditor process pack. I mean, you can't pay enough for this. They're going to get you eventually. That's their deal, man. They want to foreclose on everybody as soon as possible. And they're going to do that. They're going to do it because that's what they do. That's what they're in business for. Anyway, I want to just say thanks for the comments. It's fantastic. And, just don't be upset if I don't have time to go through and read them all. But anyway, where does that put us? In about 10 minutes. That's good. Anyway, thanks for listening, and go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Thanks.